Hi there, beautiful souls. My name is Olivia, and this is New Earth Sisterhood Tarot. So, in today's reading, we are going to see how other people see you, which is a really fun reading. So, we've got three options as always. This is option number one, option number two, and option number three. Timestamps are linked in the description box down below, and I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, pile number one. So let's see how other people see you. I'm just gonna grab the cards here. So we have Forest Breath. So the first thing I'm getting with this is that people see you as a very serene person, a very peaceful person. You might be somebody who keeps a little bit more to themselves. And I'm also getting that you're a good listener to other people. People think you're a good listener and they really like that about you. They also feel like you are someone with whom they can just take a breath and like a deep exhale. Like you are this anchor for a lot of people in their lives. You are this rock that a lot of people can just count on. You're a very loyal person, and people know that when they need something or when they need help with something, that they can come to you. Now, an important thing here is to make sure that you don't get taken advantage of. That's one thing I'm seeing. But this is a beautiful quality as well. And this is something that comes very natural to you, something that for you may seem so normal, that you do that for other people and that you're that kind of person. But to other people, they realize that this is very special and unique because not everyone is a good listener. Not everyone is this sort of serene person they can really go to and feel comfortable and at ease with. And there was something else coming through. Wait. No, it'll come back later. Okay, we also have the masculine. Doesn't mean that you're necessarily a male, but let's see. And fruition. Yeah, what's beautiful about you guys is how other people see you is on the one hand, you're a very grounded person, right? Oh, that's what I was going to say. You have this very healing energy and healing aura within you, which other people probably don't see or notice, but it's something that they feel. And they just feel, and they can feel your groundedness. They can feel the healing energy that you have, and just by being in your presence, people are being healed without you even having to do anything other than talk to them, listen, or even just be there. So I feel a lot of people are attracted to you. And with the masculine card here, there are two things I'm getting. The first thing is that because you have such a healing energy around you, this attracts also a lot of people who perhaps are not really good for you. These could be or have been male people in your life. I sense masculine energies predominantly, or other genders, other people with a more masculine energy in them if they're not specifically male, but mostly really just the men, like male energies coming through, that maybe have been taking advantage of that loving energy, that healing energy of you in the past, or are still doing that. So there is kind of a warning here that Spirit really wants you to make sure that you have your boundaries and make sure that you're being reciprocated for what it is you're doing, that you're not just the one that everyone can go to and talk about what it is they're going through, but that you can also talk to them about what it is that you're going through. That it's a two-way street, the friendship and relationships that you're in, that it's not just a one-way street where they come to you whenever they need some healing or a listening ear. So that's an important thing there. Now, the second thing that came through for these two cards is that you have this wonderful balance between being this grounded person, but also this very ambitious person. And that's how other people perceive you as well. You could be a Capricorn or an earth sign, but specifically Capricorn coming through. You don't have to be. We all embody all 12 energies within us, but I feel a lot of you could be and are, because you Capricorns or earth signs, they're very grounded, but also usually ambitious people, because the earth signs in the tarot are connected to the pentacles, which is all about finances, money, but also stability, groundedness. So I sense that the way that other people perceive you is that you're a very ambitious person, a very action oriented person who really goes for what it is they want and who can really bring things into fruition as well. What I'm also getting is that even though you're a very peaceful and serene person, you're not someone that people can mess with either. Now, this depends on the person that's watching, because I did give this warning about watching your boundaries. Some of you do need to do that still, or need to learn a little bit more about that. Others of you have fully mastered that and don't let anyone mess with you. And in any case, that's the energy that you're moving into even more. And you're someone that when you have your eyes and your mind set on something, you just go at it full force. And that's something that people really admire about you, that when you have something, a goal or whatever in mind, you just go for it. And you go for it with a steady and structured approach. And it's like you cannot fail. Like failure, or at least not getting to where you want to be, is not in your vocabulary. People really see you as someone who's very determined, disciplined, and who gets to where they want to be. And then we have the Destiny card here. Divine purpose, passion, service. Yeah, a lot of you are meant to be helping other people and meant to be of service to other people when it comes to your job, to your career, which is beautiful because then you do get this energy back, right? Not necessarily that when you do this as your job that people are helping you as well, but you're getting the energy back in the currency of money, which is a beautiful, currency to receive as well. And which is very different than constantly being there for people to listen to in friendships, and in those kind of connections and not getting anything in return. So that's beautiful. For a lot of you, this is your destiny. To really use these qualities, these beautiful qualities that I mentioned in your work, in your career. And this is something that really coincides with these two cards here again, which forms this beautiful triangle here actually, about how other people perceive you. They see you as someone who is a go-getter, who really goes for their dreams, who really goes for their destiny, and who is on the right track to their destiny as well. Even though if your path, like I see for a lot of you, your path isn't the path that most people would necessarily take, if that makes any sense. And they really admire you for that, if that is the case. It's like you're carving your own unique path in the world and you're just going for it, which is amazing. And then we have exploration, boldness, unknown, limitless. And there's a lot of pinkish, purplish energy coming through here, which is reminding me of the crown chakra, of the fact that you're really very divinely connected and really connected to your intuition, which is beautiful. And how people see you is they see you as someone who is bold and someone who is fearless and who, yeah, goes after what they want, who explore things that most people are a little bit scared to approach. And so I feel that you inspire a lot of people to do the same thing as well, because like I said before, your path that you're carving is unlike the paths that most people go down on. Like, you're making your own path, and in that way you are the ultimate explorer. And you're just going on this adventure into the deep unknown, whereas other people around you, they may be on a very predictable path in their eyes, and they kind of envy you for that, I'm getting, and admire that in you as well. Yeah, so we have the Seven of Pentacles here. Yeah, this is again about that ambition, that work drive that you have, and also about progressive movement and the fact that you guys do have patience as well, and you have this very structured and disciplined approach. And even though you may not be where you want to be yet, and people around you recognize that or see that as well, they know that you are going to get there someday. So if you guys are doubting about yourself and about your abilities, like, just know that at least to the people around you already, they already know like you're getting to where you need to be. You are getting to your destiny, and they just know that it's going to happen for you because you have this laser focus. So whenever you lose sight of that, just know that you have this quality within you, and other people are cheering you on as well. Yeah, a lot of you guys are meant to be a leader in whatever field that you are moving towards. And you are also a leader just in your surroundings with these people that, are around you, who we're talking about here, about how they perceive you. And they see you as just this natural born leader. And it doesn't mean that you're necessarily this an extroverted person with a big mouth who's like always the leader of the group. I'm not really getting that energy for you guys. I'm more so getting, I guess, a more introvert slash ambivert energy. But, being a leader, it doesn't necessarily equate being the loudest person in the room or being the leader of a group of friends or people. For you, it's really just being a leader in your destiny, in the own field of work that you are moving towards, and also a leader in the sense that, well, at the end of the day, you are the one that people always come back to. You're the one that people always want help from and advice from and guidance from. And in that way, you are an incredibly powerful leader. And then like the last card here, let me see where we'll put this one. Guess I'll just put it here, is the Wheel of Fortune. So people see you as a very lucky person, as well as someone for who everything kind of goes effortlessly, even though you may hear this and think like, well, it's not like everything goes super effortless for me at all. But this is how other people see you. That's the reading, and that's how they see you and how you live your life. Like you can really morph very easily from I don't know what spirit wants me to say here with the word morphing. I don't even know that word that well, but that's why it came through. So it's like you're morphing very easily from one phase of your life into the other. Like you can very easily adapt to the different circumstances that you go through. You can easily adapt to the ups and downs in life, to new situations. What I'm getting is that maybe people see you working at like a bunch of different jobs and they're like, wow, this person is just like killing it. I don't know why that came through. Um, anyways, with the Wheel of Fortune, they also just see you as a very lucky person, someone who has a lot of good karma, someone who has it all figured out. And it doesn't mean that you feel like you have it all figured out or that everything's going your way, but that's definitely how other people see you. And there is a little bit of envy and jealousy paired with that. I'm really getting a lot of people look up to you, a lot of people admire you, a lot of people wish that they could embody the qualities that you are embodying. You have this beautiful feminine energy of this receptive energy where people can just always come to you for help, and you're really being of service, and you're such a guide for a lot of people in their lives. And at the same time, you have this masculine energy within you, who is so ambitious and action oriented, and they just know that all of your wishes and desires are going to come through. Like there's no question about it. So yeah, that brings a lot of jealousy in, but you don't need to worry about that. So this was a beautiful reading, pile number 1. You guys are so powerful. If this reading resonated with you, please give this a like, subscribe for more free readings like this one. I wish you so much luck on the rest of your adventure, of your exploration journey towards your destiny. And I wish you a beautiful day. See you next time. Bye. Hello there, pile number 2. So let's see how other people see you, how they perceive you. So first of all, we have the card River Movement. I'm gonna get some others out as well. We also have New Moon Beginnings. And then we have Resilience. Okay, let's start with these 3 to begin with. So the first thing I'm seeing here is that, the movement card with the river is just so incredibly powerful, and that one paired with new beginnings really leads me to say that the way other people see and perceive you is that you're someone who can very easily move with the tides of life, that you may have gone through quite some things in your life, quite some ups and downs, and other people may know about this. But what they also know, and at least what they see, is that you seem to move through all of those phases very gracefully, through the ups and through the downs, and at the end of the day, that you're always up for a fresh start, for a new beginning. You guys may have had numerous fresh starts and new beginnings in your life, maybe different times where you moved houses and relocated, or changed jobs, or had a lot of different relationships. And they just really admire the fact that you can so easily just flow with the rhythm of life, and just, yeah, do this in a graceful and a joyful way, and a seemingly effortless way as well, even though maybe for you this is not how you perceive it. This is about how these other people perceive you, right? So yeah, they feel like you have a lot of good luck as well, whilst, on the one hand, there's a lot of downs that you needed to go through as well, which I think a lot of people recognize. On the other hand, they feel like you do have a lot of good luck as well with all of these fresh starts, new beginnings, but they also know that at the end of the day, it's your resilience and your determination to just keep on going. Even if you're carrying like 1,000 burdens on your back, they know that this is all paired with your own willpower, that it doesn't all just come easy to you. So, on the one hand, they see that you're this very lucky person, but they also know that you're the one who makes your own luck in a way, and that you're the one who makes your own happiness. And that is something that they really admire and look up to, that through all of the adversity that you faced throughout the years, you are still standing here as a very strong person and as a leader in a way as well, which is beautiful. Then we have contemplation, silence, knowing, releasing control. And we have adventure, innocence, play, discovery, number one. Again, about fresh starts, new beginnings. Number one is also about that leader energy that I was talking about just now. And then the contemplation card, I feel another way how people see you is that you can very easily release things and leave the past in the past, and just keep looking at the future with hopeful eyes. So again, no matter what happened in your past, they really admire that you are able to always see new opportunities and new doors opening up for you. And that's why they also feel you're kind of a lucky person, because things just seem to come to you out of nowhere, seemingly. These opportunities, these chances, these jobs, whatever it is, even if you yourself don't feel like it, like that's the case, they just feel like you really have so many opportunities that just come flooding into your life. And they also see you as a very adventurous person in that way. If you're somebody who changes career a lot, or job a lot, or location a lot, they really see you as someone who is adventurous, someone who really enjoys life, who tries to make the best out of things, who tries to make the best out of life, who enjoys moving. Some of you may have Sagittarius at some point in your chart, or at least embody that energy. I see you guys are also a playful person, like, because you've already faced so many changes and movements in your life. At this point, it's become kind of a play to you, or at least that's how people see it. That it seems that you are making almost a game out of it, and in a way do it so effortlessly. And they also see you as someone who does think a lot, who is maybe a little introverted, who contemplates a lot, who is perhaps an overthinker, which is seemingly contradictory to what I just said, but we can be adventurous and still overthink things at the same time, right? So yeah, we've got the Seven of Wands here. Yeah, they see you as somebody who has faced a lot of challenges, but at the end of the day, you're still standing. Even if some of these challenges you really couldn't have prepared for and they were really surprising to you, at the end of the day, you are standing on your 2 feet and you are doing the best you can to move through it. So yes, resilience is a very big one, as they see you as a very, very determined, resilient person who can basically get through anything. You have like this warrior spirit within you, is how people see you, as this warrior who can just really make their own way through life. That's what I see with the 7 of Wands as well, is that you are at this point, you're not afraid to carve out your own path, to do your own thing. I feel like when you're in a friend group or something, you're like the odd one. I mean, meant in the best way, you guys. The odd ones are always the best ones. Or at least you're a very unique person in your friend group. What this makes me think of is like in Friends, like you're the Phoebe of the friend group, for example. Like you're just the one who is perhaps at first sight like maybe doesn't really fit into the friend group, but you really do and are really an important asset in it, and everyone just loves you very much. Yeah, beautiful. And then we've got the Fool card and the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups speaks to me again about this self-reflection. You might be the person in your friend group as well who is very interested about learning about yourself, which is no surprise when you're watching tarot videos like this one. You're into personal development, you're into reading books about personal development, you're always trying to grow more and more into the person that you know you're meant to be, into your true self. People see you as a spiritual person as well here with the Buddha and the lotus flowers. And as someone who is very wise as well, probably also because of all the things that you've been through, you can give a lot of advice to the people around you. So I do see some people seeking you out for advice as well. But most of all, they see you as a very spiritual person who's focused on developing themselves more and more every day. And then we have the Fool card, which is 0, but for me this again signals these new beginnings. This is all about fresh starts for you. And when you look at the Fool card, again, like this Sagittarius energy coming through with like the bag on the back and just like waiting to travel. You guys, I was giving examples of like maybe you relocate a lot or change jobs a lot, but it could also be that you just travel a lot and do a lot of things that are a little unexpected to other people or that other people wouldn't do. Like people see you as a very flexible person. Like maybe for some of you, you might not have a steady home base because you relocate so much or you travel so much, you change jobs so much that you're just like constantly moving around and doing different things. Maybe you're also someone who sleeps a lot on other people's couches in their homes with your friends or your family. Not for all of you, for just a select few of you. But yeah, the Fool card really represents also this worryless energy. And that doesn't mean that you're not always worried, because this woman is a little bit worried with all the burdens on her back that she's carrying. But at the end of the day, she's still going through it. Now, for some of you, this could mean that you know you are this person who does actually carry a lot of burdens with you, but other people might perceive you as someone who just goes through it very effortlessly, and just jumps into new beginnings like it's nothing. Whereas for some of you, it may feel like, oh my God, why do I have to change job again or move again? That depends. Like there's two groups of you watching this. Some of you love moving around in whichever area of your life, or all areas of your life. You love change. Others of you don't necessarily love it. It's just something that comes to you constantly and is thrown in your face constantly. And it's kind of made you this resilient person because you had no choice other than to be that way. But in any case, people do see you as someone who jumps into any adventure just like that. Yeah, you guys really might love traveling. I see that. You might be really the travelers of the family, of the friend group, who on their travels encountered a lot of spiritual discoveries. Like maybe you've traveled to countries like India or Peru, like these really spiritual places and countries in the world, and have learned a lot from those. So, yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope it was a little bit clear what I was trying to convey. Sorry if this was a little all over the place. Let me know what you thought of this reading if you want to down below in the comments. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to receive more free readings like this one. And I'd love to see you again next time. Wishing you a beautiful day and lots of luck on all these adventures. Bye! Hello there, pal number 3. So let's see how other people see you. We have got Tsunami Wake Up Call. Interesting. I felt like that one was bound to come up in one of the piles. And then we have a Heart Portal and Wisdom. Okay. Really beautiful. So what I'm getting here is how other people see you. They see you as a very powerful person. I feel like they see you as someone who doesn't take no for an answer and someone who really loves the people in their life and around them with such joy and such power. Like you have the biggest heart and you would do anything for your loved ones, for the people around you, in a very powerful way. I feel for most of you, like the past 2 piles were more of these introvert kind of energies. You don't necessarily need to be an extrovert, but I do get this energy coming through, like you are this lion. For example, if you're a mother, you're like this lion for who stands in front of her children or in front of their children, where you're just like so protective over whether it's your children, if you have children, if you're a mother or a father, or in general just around the people you love. You're so protective about the people you love and want to do everything for them and really don't want to see anyone hurt or be left behind. If you're in a friend group, you just carry so much love for the people around you. You have this beautiful heart chakra that is completely open and people can really feel that loving energy within you. But I'm also at the same time getting this very like lioness energy. I feel that with that, just a lot of people think that you're very attractive. Attractive appearance wise, definitely, but also attractive in the way that I've just described. Like when people have their heart chakra so open and wear their heart on their sleeves, it just instantly makes them more attractive, I feel. And that's definitely something you have. You have this outside attraction and also this inside attraction, and the combination of the two just really makes you this lioness. And there's like this other word that wants to come out, but I don't really, like, I can't find the word for it. It's just like, you don't have to be a woman, but it's like this woman who is very, who's just not someone people can mess with, and who's just like very fiery, very like a lioness. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, you could have like this beautiful mane of hair, male or female or X, like this beautiful mane of hair that people really love, and this fierce energy around you that people just, it intimidates some people, but other people, like romantic interests, it completely drives them crazy because they just love that fiery energy within you. You could definitely be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I definitely see that for a lot of you. So you're very open-hearted, but I feel like on the one hand, you're this very fiery energy and you stand up for the people you love and you're very fierce, but also you wear your heart on your sleeve and you tell it like it is, and you are vulnerable as well, and you're not afraid to show your vulnerabilities. For most of you. Some of you, I do feel like you guard yourself a little bit. So there's 2 groups here. Some of you really wear your heart on your sleeve, are very vulnerable. Others of you still guard that a little bit. And that's how people see you. And then we have wisdom. Even though you may not always show this to people, I feel that you are a spiritual person, and you carry a lot of wisdom inside of you, and people see that. Whether you express your spirituality, your spiritual side of not, you can be wise in any way, whether you're spiritual or not, but I feel you guys are. In any case, like, your wisdom is not something that you can hide or necessarily want to hide. I feel most of you are old souls and you've lived quite a couple of lives and you've accumulated quite some wisdom that you still have access to. And yeah, you're just someone that people like to go to if they would like to receive some of your wisdom and guidance or advice, which is something that came up for all the piles, but I guess it's obvious because you're mostly like spiritually minded people watching this, old souls, so you have a lot of guidance, a lot of wisdom to share. Then we have realization and discernment. Yeah, like I said before, there's two groups of you. Ones who are really vulnerable and open, heart on their sleeve. Others of you who are more guarded in that sense. And I do sense here with this discernment current that most of you are a bit more guarded because you are so protective over the people you love, and maybe in the past you were vulnerable and wore your heart on your sleeve, but you saw that some people were taking advantage of that. And now you've come to a place where you're like, well, I protect the people I love very fiercely, but there's only so many people that I can let in or that I want to protect. Not everyone deserves my fierceness and protection and my loyalty in their life if they're not going to do the same for me. Maybe some people took advantage of that from you in the past, saying, you're not someone, let me tell you, you're not someone who people can take advantage of without consequence. But sometimes with these clouds in front of your eyes, you guys are discerning about who you can trust and who you cannot trust. And so how people see you is that if they're not friends with you, they probably want to be because they just know what good of a friend that you would be and how protective that you are and how much that you would do for them. But you're just very guarded about who you let in. I feel a lot of you are like the popular guy or girl if you're still in high school, or even later on you're like this popular kid that everyone wants to be friends with, but you also don't like let anyone in, and you're not this stereotypical type of popular kid. You're not mean, you're not arrogant, and that's almost something that people are even more annoyed by. You're like this incredibly powerful popular person, but you're the sweetest ever and you're so loyal to your friends that people can't hate you. Like, you're attractive, you're beautiful, you have such a good heart, you're so wise. Like, people can't hate you for it, you know? And also through your wisdom, I feel you also have this bluntness within you where you just tell it like it is, and you just tell people what it is that you're thinking, what you're feeling. It's almost like without realizing for a lot of you, you're just like channeling information to others, but in a very blunt way. And you make people, by doing that, you make people realize a lot of things about who they are and on their journey, even though your bluntness can sometimes be a little bit hurtful because some people just aren't that prepared for it. It does eventually help them. And then we have the Strength card. Yeah, they see you as this very strong, very powerful person that people cannot mess with. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. People think that you're a very wealthy person and abundant, not necessarily money-wise, although you can be, but mostly I see this as an abundance of like I said before, like, you're attractive, you have good friends who love you, I think you have a family who loves you as well. You just have this spark, this power that people are very envious and jealous of. And also, it just seems like you have everything. Like, you could have a relationship, really good friends, good family, even though like you might not have everything. Maybe you don't really have a good home life or family life, but this is how other people perceive you. They perceive you as someone who does have it all, who does have all the things, even if maybe you don't. And yeah, that's where a lot of jealousy sprouts from. But you don't need to give anything about that, about people being jealous of you. It's just interesting to know, I guess. And then lastly, we have the Five of Pentacles here. And to me, it signals, again, that people can't mess with you. I feel like in the past, when people have hurt you or wronged you in any way, because you are so loyal and protective of the people you love, when someone actually hurts you, it's a really, like, you're like a tsunami, you know? You're like, oh my God, how could you do this to me? How could you hurt my trust this way? And so when people do really talk about behind your back or gossip or hurt you, you are pretty, what's the word? You just like cut people off, you know, you just let them go. And it might make you seem like an ice queen or an ice king, and sometimes to some people, like you don't care or whatever, or you're just this hard person. But we all know that you're not a hard person. You're a very loving person. It's just that when someone betrays your trust, you can be like a hurricane, like a tsunami, and people don't know what's coming. You're not someone that people can just mess around with. Even in past relationships, perhaps, where whenever there was maybe someone betrayed you in the past, let's say in a past relationship, they cheated on you, you're this person who's just like no nonsense and is no nonsense and has like this non-cheating rule, for example, and is like, no, this is the line that I have, these are the boundaries that I have, and once someone crosses that line, it's a no-go. Like, you can't be back in my life, I can never trust you again. So this can be with someone who cheated on you, perhaps, or in a friend group, you also have your clear boundaries. Not that you communicate them to everyone or give it on a sheet or a contract to them, but it's like you give so much to the people around you and to the people you love that you expect something back, and you expect respect in return and love in return, and you expect no non-betrayal. When you are so loyal, you expect other people to be loyal as well, which is very obvious and logical. And so when people betray you, you're just like, there's the door. And this might have happened a few times in the past, and is also maybe the case because when you were younger, maybe your heart was so open and you invited everyone in, but then you got hurt so bad that this just led you to say, like, okay, I've really got my boundaries now, I can't do this for everyone, I'm only going to let a select group of people in. I really feel like maybe you don't have a lot of friends, but the friends that you do have, you're just like so close. And that is something that people are a little bit jealous of as well, or envious of, that you're also like the queen bee of the friend group, I'm getting. Or like more the Serena van der Woodsen, if you watch Gossip Girl, of the friend group. Like that charismatic, cool chick. Like that's a perfect embodiment for this pile, actually. Serena van der Woodsen. Also with her beautiful mane of hair. Again, whether you're male or female. So that's amazing. Such a powerful energy in this pile. So I loved doing this reading for you. If it resonated, please like this video. Subscribe to receive more readings like this one. And I wish you a beautiful day. Bye.